What happens to a horse the moment it is sold? Not when it retires, not when it starts a new career, but the exact moment it leaves the hands of the person who bred it, raised it, and once took responsibility for its life. Because for many horses, that moment changes everything. And in my opinion, that is where one of the biggest problems in the horse world begins. Because I do not believe that responsibility ends at the point of sale. I believe that when we bring a horse into this world, when we choose to breed it, to own it, to profit from it, we take a responsibility that should last for that horse's entire life. In the horse world, we often tell ourselves a comfortable story. We say that once a horse is sold into a good home, everything will be fine. We say that someone else will take care of it, that it will have a second career, that it will be safe. And sometimes that is true. There are incredible owners out there who give horses long, happy lives after their initial careers end. But not every story ends that way. And deep down, I think we all know that. The moment a horse is sold, something shifts. Legally, the responsibility changes hands. Emotionally, people can let go. And practically, the future of that horse becomes uncertain. Because from that point on, everything depends on the next person. Their knowledge, their finances, their intentions. And here is the reality that is hard to ignore. Not every buyer is prepared for the lifetime responsibility of owning a horse. Owning a horse is not just a passion. It is a financial and long-term commitment. Feed, veterinary care, farrier visits, training, and maintenance all require time, money, and consistency. And when those things become difficult, when life changes, when money gets tight, or when a horse becomes unusable, some owners look for a way out. And that is where horses begin to fall through the cracks. Because not every decision that is made at that point is made with the horse's best interest in mind. Sometimes it is made out of desperation. Sometimes it is made out of convenience. And sometimes it is made simply because there is no system in place to ensure a better outcome. One of the biggest issues in the horse industry is the belief that someone else will take responsibility, that once a horse is sold, it is no longer your concern. But I do not believe that is ethical, because if you choose to breed that horse, if you choose to bring it into existence, then you made a decision that impacts that animal for the rest of its life. And that responsibility should not disappear just because ownership changes. This is a lifetime commitment. A horse does not choose where it goes. It does not choose who buys it. It does not choose what happens when its career is over. We make those choices. So in my opinion, we also carry the responsibility, not just for the beginning of that horse's life, but for the middle and the end as well. Because true aftercare is not a phase. It is not something that starts when a horse retires. It is something that should exist from the moment that horse is born until the day it dies. So what do we need to change? If we want to truly improve horse welfare, we need to change how we think about ownership. Breeding a horse should not just be about potential profit or performance. It should come with a plan for that horse's entire life. Selling a horse should not mean walking away from responsibility. It should mean staying connected, staying accountable, and ensuring that horse continues to be cared for. Because right now, too much of the system relies on hope, and hope is not a reliable safety net. So here's the question we all need to ask ourselves. When we bring a horse into this world, are we willing to stand by it for its entire life? Or are we only committed while it is useful? Because the answer to that question says everything about the future of horse welfare. Every horse starts its life because a human made that choice. That choice carries weight. It carries responsibility, and it should carry through to the very end, because a horse is not a product. It is not disposable, and it does not stop deserving care just because it changes hands. I would really like to hear your thoughts on this. Do you believe owners and breeders should have lifetime responsibility for their horses? Or do you think that is unrealistic in today's industry? Let me know in the comments below. And if you care about honest conversations around horse welfare, make sure you subscribe.